Hello and welcome to the United Stand. This is your latest Manchester United transfer news, going through all the latest news and giving you that real fan opinion. And as usual, there's loads to get through, but I am intrigued, excited and want to get into this first one, Renato Sanches, very quickly. What are my thoughts on Renato Sanches? Well, if you've been watching the United Stand long enough, you will know that towards the end of Van Gaal's last season, when we were heavily linked with Renato Sanches between the January and the May, before he went to Bayern Munich, I was very excited about him. At that time, I think he was about 18, because he's 20 in August. And look, as a player, it's very easy to draw comparisons to Edgar Davids or Clarence Seedorf. Obviously, similarities in the way they look, but there are similarities in the way they play, and I sort of understand that. I think it was Pierre Van Hooijdonk who said it reminds him of Seedorf. But it's gone downhill at Bayern Munich. It's gone downhill, and the news around why Manchester United are potentially linked to him, there's a couple of things really. Mourinho has always been quite open about his like of Renato Sanches. In fact, when he came to Manchester United, he said that this deal was done a couple of weeks before he started. If he'd had been in charge, he'd have fought harder to get him. Renato Sanches' agent is George Mendes, who is Mourinho's agent, and that in itself, for Mourinho to verbally say that, sort of suggests that he would have been coming to Manchester United if Mourinho had got in early enough to stop the deal for Bayern Munich. And also Mourinho said that, I'm aware that Manchester United spent a lot of time scouting him, but I would say that I probably scouted him even more. It was at a time when I wasn't managing anybody, and I got to see a lot of Renato Sanches, and I liked what I saw. That won't have changed in 12 months. Renato Sanches has had a bit of a nightmare at Bayern Munich, and that should be a big red flag to a lot of United fans. Why has it gone so badly wrong at Bayern Munich? Does he not like the club? Is he not adapting to a big club? Is it just personal in relation to the manager and the way that club is? Could Mourinho get the best out of him? And don't doubt that Mourinho will be in contact with his agent regularly, because it's his agent, monitoring that situation. And it may be that Mourinho goes, you know what? I liked the look of him, but I don't like what's happened at Bayern Munich, and we need to avoid that. Or it could be, I still really like him. If Bayern Munich are willing to get rid of him at a decent price, which is meant to be around £25 million, then I might take a look at him. Like I said, 20 years of age. And as I've been saying as well, you look at our midfield, really, it's Fellaini, it's Pogba, it's Herrera, it's Carrick, it's Fosu Mensah. And I can't see us selling any of those. I know some of us would like Fellaini to go, but that's all that we've got, really. You add in a centre defensive midfielder, and I still think it's a midfielder short, because Carrick's on the decline, Fellaini's Fellaini, Fosu Mensah maybe not even ready yet, he might loan him out. I feel we need two midfielders, otherwise we're going to be light. So I'd be signing a centre defensive midfielder, hopefully Fabinho, and I would be looking at Renato Sanches, or maybe a Ross Barkley. Andre Gomez was mentioned yesterday. Apparently there's a bid gone in, but it's been rejected because Barcelona want to keep him, which will please a lot of you anyway, so I'm not going to say any more about that. But what would you get for Renato Sanches? You'd get a player whose career has stalled for the last year. He was actually part of the Euros set up for Portugal last year. He's now playing for the under-21s in the under-21 tournament, which is a step back, but his whole year has been a step back. It's whether Mourinho feels he can take a risk and get hold of him and get what a year ago was one of the best potential midfielders in Europe, and you don't miss that overnight unless it's an attitude problem, which there are rumours about. But I would, if it happens, it happens. If he comes to United, I'll be excited about it, because I will back Mourinho that he feels he can get the best out of him. What's the best out of him? Very good at running with the ball, good shot on him, can play anywhere amongst the attacking midfield positions, which if we sign a centre defensive midfielder is exactly what we want. But your architectural top box-to-box midfielder, who with very energetic, very good on the ball, would be a brilliant, absolutely brilliant sort of contrast to Pogba. I don't want to get too excited because I wanted to get him a year ago, but it is a player that we'll see what happens. If Mourinho goes for him, I'd be very excited, but he's definitely available, and it's just how bad this last year has damaged his reputation to Mourinho, and whether it's true that Bayern Munich wants to get rid of him or not. Let's not forget, Bayern Munich have just bought a midfielder from Lyon, but they are losing Alonso. So interesting whether they'll let him go or not, but let's keep an eye on that. Fabinho, very quickly, nothing really new to report. We know he said on Brazilian TV that he was tempted by a move. We know that the Italian papers said that he's definitely going to be coming to Manchester United. I hope something can develop on that today. I'm sure that what'll happen today is it'll either keep burning or it'll get cut short again. We actually tweeted the BBC reporter who said that United weren't interested in him a week ago to see if he would reply. Interesting to see if he will put something up today about it and stand by what he was told last week. If not, we could get encouraged. Jordi Alba, Barcelona left back. We were linked to him a couple of months ago. He's just about to turn 28 in August, so he's very experienced as a left back. He is, I think he's about 5'7", so he's not the tallest. What do you get with Jordi Alba, and why would Manchester United be linked to him? Well, he's got a lot of caps, over 50 caps for Spain, plays for Barcelona, so he's going to be good on the ball. Why would Mourinho want him? Because we probably want a backup left back or somebody to push Luke Shaw in case he gets injured. There's the yawn. God, if you got that minute right, well done. But Jordi Alba, what do you get for your buck? Well, you get a very experienced left back. You get somebody who's ridiculously fast and got a lot of stamina. Do I think we're in for Jordi Alba? Do I think we could get Jordi Alba? Probably not. But if we're in for him, I'd be encouraged by the fact that you've got Valencia, who's basically got loads of stamina and quick down the right back position, and then at the left back position, if you did get a Jordi Alba, you get somebody who's very quick and got loads of stamina down the left, which to me screams out that Mourinho wants fullbacks who can get forward, which is encouraging, and it should be very encouraging to somebody like Luke Shaw, because that's where you get the best out of Luke Shaw as well. So, which feeds me into Darmian, and obviously when Darmian plays at right back or left back, you get a traditional fullback who's very good defensively, but not so good offensively. Apparently, Juventus want Darmian, or interested. There's a number of clubs that have been interested in Darmian over the last 18 months. Inter Milan were one. The report over the night is that Darmian has spoken to Mourinho and said that he wants to go back to Italy, which is an interesting twist, if true, because there are United fans who want him to stay. I'm sort of 50-50. I like Darmian, but I feel if we want to progress as a team, we do need to be attacking down our flanks, and fullbacks are very good at that. And traditionally at Manchester United, when you think about your Everers and your Nevilles and your Irwins, so I want us to have that. And Darmian, as good as he is, he doesn't offer that going forward. So if Darmian wants to go back, we can get a decent price, then maybe that's going to happen, and it's looking more and more likely. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that. Staying in Italy, Costas Manolas, centre-back that I do like and have been going on about him for about 2 years now. I doubt we're in for him. I don't think we were ever in for him. I just hoped that we were. With the signing of Lindelof, I can't see why we'd go for Manolas. But apparently Chelsea are interested in him, so just mentioning that one. Marquinhos at PSG, 70 million bid apparently, but I don't know why this was coming out yesterday. Got a lot of traction, and even in the article it said it didn't know whether this offer had gone in before United had signed Lindelof. It's old news. I like Marquinhos, early 20s, Brazilian, over 6 foot, good on the ball. Mourinho could turn him into the best centre-back in the world. He's a very good centre-back now. But we'd face competition from Barcelona and Real Madrid for him because he's that good. And I couldn't see him coming to United. I think he'll still be at PSG next season, if I'm totally honest. Matuidi, we've mentioned Matuidi a lot. He and his father, I don't know what his father's got to do with it, because Mini Raiola is his agent, suggesting that he would be open to a move, which puts Manchester United and Juventus on alert. Juventus are interested in him, as apparently, and obviously Manchester United are after a centre defensive midfielder, so we always get links with him, but hopefully it's going to be Fabinho. And Kasper Schmeichel was mentioned yesterday. I think I mentioned it on the show last night. Kasper Schmeichel, no thanks. Manchester United next season are either going to have David De Gea in goal or Donnarumma. They're the two big keepers that are moving this summer. Donnarumma's definitely leaving AC Milan. There's only 2 places he can go, Real Madrid or Manchester United. And if we keep De Gea, it'll be Real Madrid. If we do sell De Gea to Real Madrid, I think we'll get Donnarumma and keep Romero and let them sort of share it over the season while Donnarumma gets used to the Premier League, which would be very interesting. That's my theory, though. That's just a theory. I've not heard it anywhere. It's just 2 and 2 together. Yes. Give us your thoughts. Give us your thoughts on Renato Sanches. I don't know why we are not being linked to 2 midfielders. It is abundantly clear that we need 2. We need a centre defensive midfielder and we need another midfielder just to give us some numbers, because Fosu Mensah, like I say, young, could be loaned out. Fellaini is Fellaini. Carrick's on the decline, which leaves you with Herrera and Pogba and a centre defensive midfielder if we sign one. 3 midfielders with not particularly great, reliable backup. We need 4. We need somebody else. And the great thing about signing Renato Sanches is, if he comes and it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If he comes and it does work, he can work his way in. Give us your comments, lots discussed as per usual. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will speak to you all tonight at 8:30, unless something happens in the day. It's happened the last couple of days. I may well be back live again at lunchtime. Let's see what happens. Thanks for watching. I'm feeling a bit positive about United news at the moment, but you know what? It's up and down, isn't it? It's up and down like a yo-yo. It could be lunchtime and we're being told that Fabinho's definitely not happening again. Let's see what happens. Speak to you all later. Thanks for watching. Get commenting, get communicating, and yeah, I'll look forward to seeing what you've got to say.